Bonjour, je m'appelle Patrick Wolf and j'habite à Londres, and I'm 27 years old and I'm a singer-songwriter. Yeah, I think this idea of purifying or making something better was important to me in a healing process in my life. I just wanted to grow as a human being again, and I wanted to better myself and to heal, being a troubled escapist. I came up with the decision to move away from split collaborations in a way, so not to do any co-writing and not to do any duets, but I'd say there's a heavy collaboration with instrumental musicians. So Thomas Bloch, who is a crystal bache player, it's a really fantastic instrument made out of crystals and glass. There are collaborations with the duduk player, which is an Armenian flute, and instruments that I would never be able to play or understand. So that, in a way, there have been collaborations. It was because I wanted to make an album that was almost like a kind of trip to a paradise, somewhere that sounds like somewhere you haven't been before. For me, that's what a relationship or falling in love, true love, should be like. It's you've gone on to a place that you've dreamt of, but you've never been before. I would say this album is definitely a product of falling in love. I'm not sure what this album number 5 would have turned out like if I hadn't have met somebody to settle down with and to share myself with. I might be inspired more by places and cities and towns and streets than anything else, I think. I'm obsessed with all the most current painters and classic painters, and my mum talking about art history the whole time, so yeah, I got to really think in pictures as well as music, so yeah, it really is as a double love affair for me, the visual and the music. If I was a fairy tale, it would be one that I'm writing at the moment, and I've been writing it for about 10 years. It's about a world at the end, after the world has ended, and it's kind of a very English fairy tale. I don't know, because I think there are a lot of creatures that almost seem imaginary on Earth. There's a tree called the Tahina spectabilis, which I really like, which is it's a tree that flowers so much that it flowers itself to death. I would be Bermondsey Street, which is a song off my new album, Bermondsey Street, because it's just a place that I have loved so much in my life and have walked down so many times, and I've seen so many wonderful moments on. It would like to be empathy. I don't think that's more a concept of it as a feeling, because I think empathy can save the world. I think empathy is something that if we had more of, there'd be less battle and war and destruction. In the 90s? How old was I? I was 7 years old when they started, and it's the moment that I really remember coming into consciousness as a human being, and that excitement, that period in my life, all those things of first taste of the world. I'd probably like to be a space suit, so I could see this, so I could go to space once in my life. That's like a real 8-year-old answer.